All right, real quick, I just want to show you guys here a tool for building your business, basically a business planning tool to simplify getting a roadmap set up for your financial goal. So if you have a goal in mind of making, let's say, in my example here, I've got $150,000. That's all and well to have that goal, and you can wing it and just hopefully you hit it, or you can actually build a step-by-step path to that goal, leading back to what should I be doing today, basically this week, to make sure that I hit that goal by the end of the year. And without building that path, there's really no way of guaranteeing or setting up the actual proper steps to hit that financial goal. So what we've done here is actually we're going to basically take that financial goal and step all the way back to the beginning of where it would happen, and then retrace those steps to build the steps to get to that goal. So here, I'm going to go kind of quick. I only have 10 minutes on this video, but I've got, I'll just put my name in here. I can do my recruits, put my financial goal before paying company dollar, put in my caps, my company dollar, my royalty, and then I put in here my listing to buyer income, 60 to 40 I put here. My average listing that I take is 175, average sale price 165 to 180. 3% commission is the average here. It's 6 total, then 3 to each side. Then my split, 70-30 split. So it says that 30% of my company dollar will go from a $4,900 commission would be $1,400, and then 6% of the $4,900 is $297, which will go to royalty, which both of those cap, and the caps are up here. And then my average net commission on a sale based on those sale prices. Now, what it does is it says, okay, if that's the scenario, here's what you need to do to get to that financial goal of $150,000. And the annual closed is 18, so I would have to do 18 listings and 11 buyers. It'll automatically calculate that for you based on your numbers you put in above. So we've got that. Now we know the listings and buyers, but we need to take it 2 more steps, and I'm going to show you those 2 steps. The next thing is, if you take a listing, what % of those listings actually sell? And I've tracked mine, and I'm just using this as a scenario, and I'm saying I've tracked it, and it's 70%. So then what it does, once you put that 70% in there, I'll put 70 in here, and then it says, okay, in that case, then you need to take 26 listings so you can sell 70% of them, which is your 18. And then it takes it even a step farther and says, okay, monthly, that is 2 a month. So I need to take 2 listings a month to get my 18 listings if I sell 70%. Now let's go even a step farther and take it to the appointment. So if I go on an appointment, what percentage of the time do I get that listing? And I've got a pretty solid listing presentation, and sometimes I turn down the listings if I don't like them, if they're just not a good listing for me. But I'm at about an 80% conversion ratio. So what I have here is 80%. And again, I'm not an agent here. I'm just using examples. 80%. So what it says then, if I take that out, put it in here, it says, all right, you need to go on 32 listing appointments, which is basically 3 a month. So I'm going to build my plan around getting 3 listing appointments a month, set up with my team leader a lead generation plan on how I can get in front of 3 sellers every month to present myself to convert 80% of those, to get my 26 listings, to sell 70%, to get to my 18 closed, which gives me my listing goal for the year to get to my financial goal. Now, I've got to get 11 buyers. Buyers, what we do is we say, okay, if you get a buyer under contract, what percentage of the time does he actually buy with you? And I'm going to say 90% in this scenario. So that shoots out, okay, you need to take 12 buyers under contract. So that's 1 a month. So I'm going to focus on getting 1 buyer under contract every single month. And then we'll take it a step farther, is actually meeting with the buyers. Do I actually get them under buyer rep contract? And I'm going to say 90% of the time I do. So that just says, okay, well then you're going to have to meet with 14 buyers, which is still 1 a month, 1.1. Convert 90% of them under contract, gives you 12 under contract, and then sell 90% of them, gives you your 11 buyers. So now you've got your volume down here. Then it totals everything. 29 units to get to 150,000, $5 million in volume. Commissions would be 150,000. I would pay 19.5, $3,000, which would give me 27.5, and then my expenses, which are over here, you can put those in. There's a little roadmap here as well to kind of give you a guide for that. Gives you $117,000 in your pocket, which is roughly about $72 an hour on a 40-hour work week per year. So that is how you can build your actual roadmap, but now we're also going to track that roadmap. So in here, we would go through after every month. I've got gauges all the way around here so you can quickly see if you have any weaknesses. You've got your average sale price here, goal versus actual, and I'm hitting that. The red is the actual, which is higher than the goal. My expenses, my listing to buyer volume, my goal versus actual GCI. Up top here are 2 meters, my GCI versus goal. I'm almost there. I'm almost hitting my 150,000. My expenses are, my net income is a little bit lower though. I'm not quite hitting my net income year to date. I'm sorry, that 117 is my 12-month goal for the entire year. So I'm at 68, so I'm almost there. Each month you'll go down and go through and put in what you've done, how many active listings you have in your inventory, and I'll just basically do it over here. How many appointments you went on, how many listings you took, how much volume was that, how many buyer appointments, then how many did you put under a contract, how many written contracts, written volume, and then sold volume, sold listings, sold volume, sold buyers, and that will generate your income. And then this will be your expenses. Put in your expenses for the month. It'll total your expenses down here. It'll generate your GCI down here. And it'll take, if you have any buyer specialists, take that out. And then you've got GCI if you have any referral income. So it takes out the company dollar, the royalty, leaves you with $7,200 minus your expenses, gives you your net income for the month. So it'll do it for each month. You can see exactly what's going on in your business and track everything. And you've got all these gauges to do this for you. And then you've got your vital signs, which will show you a white line on each one of these categories, and then a blue line basically telling you, so you can quickly see if there's a weak spot in your business right now if you're not hitting any of your goals in a certain area. My listing appointments, listings taken, listings sold, buyer appointments to the sold, my expenses, my written units, my sold units, goal versus actual. Each month it tracks it for you, month by month. The GCI, net income, your net income running total, your close volume, and your average sale price. All that stuff tracked automatically for you. Also a 411, which gives you your goals for each category and what you're actually doing. And the cool thing is actually tracks your conversion ratios down here. Lets you know your listing appointment to listing taken, 80% goal, 86 actual. You're doing very well. I can see a weak spot right away here. Listing taken to sold with 70% goal. I'm at 53%. So I need to do some training on price reductions and selling listings. I've got a lot of money sitting out there right now. So it'll track all that for you yearly, monthly, and weekly as well. Then you've got a little what if game here. Based on your information and your conversion ratios, you could basically go in here and say, okay, what if I went on one more buyer appointment per year? I would increase my income by, so if I went on 10 more, it says that would put me $37,000 in my pocket if I convert it at the same ratio I have been. And I can do it for each one of these categories and just see how much money that would be in my pocket. So that is a quick rundown of the program. It tracks everything for you. And then also, the cost of it is $75. All you'd have to do is email me, kelvinmergen@kw.com. Also email me if you have any questions on the product.